Hello, it's Kat. I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered if you would enjoy vacationing alone? How about going on a cruise by yourself? Would you get lonely or bored? Or would you enjoy the freedom of only being on your own schedule and not having it be dictated by what other people in your party want to do? Does that sound fun or maybe a little bit scary? Well, fortunately for me, I am nothing if not brave. Okay, y'all, so December was my birthday month, and instead of having a party thrown for me that I did not want, I decided to book a cruise on a ship that I had not sailed before. I love Royal Caribbean's brand, and this was a quick get out of town trip that was easy to do driving to Galveston. So I'm going to share with you my daily vlog of the 5-day cruise that I went on in December of 2024 on Mariner of the Seas. I'll show you the restaurants, some of the bars I hit up, and some of the real relaxing spots that I just chilled and did absolutely nothing. All right, let's go. Good afternoon. Okay, so I am getting ready to head out toward Galveston. I have my 2 pieces of luggage, my carry-on backpack that has all of my camera equipment, and it's around 60, mid-60s in Galveston right now, so I have a light jacket, and I packed some warm clothes just in case the temperature drops later when I go out to get something to eat. But I'm gonna get these transferred into my truck. They're kind of heavy, so I'll be back when we're on the road. Be sure to grab some of the cruise luggage tag holders. They come in handy in case it's raining. And try your best to print in color. It makes it easier for the attendants to sort luggage on the ship. Okay, so I am all gassed up. I got my grande iced caramel apple latte, and I'm about to get on 290 to head to my hotel. See you. As you can see, the weather is pretty shitty. It's been like this since I left Brenham. I don't even know where all these people are going. It's Sunday, but it's raining like crazy. There's fog. You can't even see the high rise because the fog is covering it. Thank God for Starbucks and Apple Music. Okay, so I finally made it to the newly remodeled Holiday Inn, and I always try to do my video of the room as soon as I get in it before I start getting it all messy. So as you enter, you'll see your bathroom is on the left. Everything was nice and clean. This hotel smelled wonderful. I don't know what it was they were pumping out, but it smelled so clean and fresh. I don't know if it was to cover up something, but I'd rather smell that than anything else. So I have a king room. There is a tub shower combo. I like that they did provide shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, and it was Dove, so that was really nice. They also had Dove hand washing soap and lotion, so that was a really nice touch. I actually used Dove at home. There was a nice big mirror and a long vanity. There is a mirror on the wall, a vertical mirror that's pretty tall so you can get a full length image of yourself. There's a flat screen TV. It has a direct TV cable box. There's a desk for working and a lamp with a nice leather chair. There's a little sitting area in the corner with a table so that you could eat meals, which is a nice touch because you don't really want to always be eating in your bed. There's 2 lamps on the side of the bed. The bed was actually pretty comfortable. It was way more comfortable than the bed that I had for 5 days on the Mariner, but there's an alarm clock. These rooms come equipped with a microwave, a Keurig coffee station, and a mini fridge. They provide K-cups and cream sugar and stirs. I was only staying here for one night. I picked this hotel because it was one of the pre-cruise hotels on my list that allows you to leave your car while you cruise at no additional charge. Plus, it was pretty nice, and I got it at a reasonable rate. So all in all, win-win. So after I got settled in, I did a little filming for my pre-cruise hotel video, ate a little bit, and turned in for the night. Hey, it's boarding day officially. I'm so excited. I have all my things packed up. My 2 bags that I'm going to give to the porter, and then my carry-on backpack that has my identification and money and camera equipment, and then my laptop is going to go in there also. My boarding time is at 11. Well, check-in time is at 11. So the driver that I requested is going to come pick me up at 11 and take me over there. So I used a company called TransPro, and he texted me last night, sent me a link so that I could pay him, and it's for round trip. And since I'm a solo rider, it was a little bit more. He said if I had a group, it would be less, but it's still cheaper than Uber or Lyft because I checked that last night to make a reservation, and it was almost $30 for one way. So I got that squared away. I'm going to go back to my car and go get things I forgot, like my sunglasses, and see if their restaurant is open downstairs. And I did want to give you guys a tip. If you can see that I have the patch on, I put it on behind my ears yesterday afternoon because I always like to have it on at least 24 hours before I get on the ship, and that way my body can already be getting used to it. It is making me kind of drowsy, not sleepy, but I can feel like that something's weird. So I took my vitamins. I'm going to get some coffee, and hopefully that'll offset that. But when I get on the ship, I'm going to replace it and put just one on behind my ear and one above my belly button. And that should do it. I'm on the 8th floor, and so I do remember when I was on the 9th floor earlier this year, I did feel a little rocking, and I started to get queasy. So after that, I started changing it every day. But we're going to go downstairs, see what's going on in the restaurant, and then make our way to the cruise ship terminal. So I had a 11:30 check-in time. I got there pretty much right at 11:30. Royal Caribbean's cruise terminal is very well organized. There's two sides for check-in, but this day they steered everyone to the right. So regardless if you were general boarding, Pinnacle, Suite, or had the key, everybody went to the right. Once you get up these escalators, you're going to be steered toward a pre-security area where they're going to do the questionnaire. Now, some people actually can complete this questionnaire on the app. I actually didn't do it on the app this time, nor did I get a email or notification to do it on the app. Otherwise, I might have remembered. So I had to do it when I got to security.
Katrina, will you be more than 23 weeks pregnant at any time during the cruise? Okay. In the past 24 hours, have you experienced any of these symptoms? Fever, chills, muscle aches, body aches, sore throat, cough, nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea? No. Thank you very much. There you go. Now, you shouldn't need that again until your cruise is over.
Okay.
And you are taken. Thank you. Welcome to Royal. To your right.
Now, so naturally, I could not film going through the actual security because, of course, you have to take everything off and have it go through the scanners. And even though I had my Insta360 clipped to my backpack, I did go ahead and turn it off as a courtesy, but no one really ever noticed that I had this on my backpack. So I was able to film a lot of areas that I normally wouldn't if I had had it in my hand. Being able to check in, go through security, and then walk right on the ship is such a relief. You can bypass the little picture taking area if you're not interested in that. I have tons of those type of pictures, so I just prefer to walk straight on the ship and head to my muster station. After the quick stop at the muster station, I decided to head to customer service before the line got really long. I had to have a gift card added to my SeaPass account. You cannot add gift cards to your account at this time on the app or on the website, so you must go there and give it to them to have it added. As you can see, the ship was loaded with holiday decoration, which I thought was a really nice touch. As you're looking up, you can see the windows that are closed with curtains. Those are the promenade interior cabins. Most interior cabins that you think of, they don't have windows and there's no way to look out at anything, but this ship has promenade interiors that face the walkway, and I think it's a nice touch for an interior so that you're not completely closed in. Most of the entertainment is over around 11ish, so I wouldn't believe that it would get that noisy for those that were concerned about the noise coming into their room. Port Merchants was having a pretty decent sale on liquor, so I did end up buying 2 bottles of white Hennessy since it was 2 for $120, and I've paid as high as $90 a bottle at the airport. Well, I made it. This is going to be my home away from home for the next week. This is a spacious ocean view balcony cabin, and we just got in here. It is 12:30. They made the announcement about 12:30ish, and so I was already at this end, and I came up to my room so that I can freshen up and get ready for the sail away party. See you then. Okay, so finally in my stateroom. Now it is 1:30, and I just wanted to comment a little bit about the onboarding experience. Everything went smoothly. The shuttle arrived at the hotel on time. I was actually the one that was kind of behind because I had to move my car to another part of the parking lot, and there were other people on the shuttle, so I apologize that I made them wait about 2 or 3 minutes. But they told me last minute to move my car, so I didn't know. Anyway, the ride over, there was hardly any traffic coming to Royal Caribbean's terminal, and when usually Harborside Drive is just like bumper to bumper, but this way that he went, there was no traffic. We got over here in like 10 minutes, and I went through security, and I had a passport, so they just did facial recognition and waved me on through. I was able to film a little bit of the cruise terminal and going through security and the questions that they ask you. But when we got through with that, they told us just go ahead and get on the ship. You don't have to sit and wait in that lounge area. And we walked on. I went to guest services to have my gift card that I got courtesy of my daughter. Thank you. Loaded onto my account. Those gift cards, you cannot load them onto your account until you get on the ship and go to guest services. I looked on the app and online, and there's no way to add a gift card to your onboard account. So it says you have to go to guest services. So I did that. He said he loaded it. We'll find out in a little bit because the app is still updating. And after that, I went to the promenade area where I had pizza, and in the Promenade Cafe, the crust was a little thin, but the pizza itself tasted good. And then I had an apple pound cake, which was good. And then I went up to the solarium and had a drink. And before I got settled into my movie, they were making the announcement that the staterooms are ready, and here we are. So I'm gonna upload a room tour video and check that out. Right now, I'm gonna rest a little bit, change, and get ready for the sail away party. Okay. meal on night one, I had made reservations at the specialty restaurant called Chops Grill. I selected Moscato, and they brought out some bread and butter, and the bread was pretty good. I chose crab cake and lobster bisque for my appetizer. Both were good, not outstanding. I've had better, but they were good. I selected the ribeye and asked for it to be cooked medium, which it was. It was very good. I had truffle fries and cream spinach for my sides. After my dinner, he brought out the dessert menu, and I immediately chose the red velvet because I usually do like red velvet cake, but I probably should have selected the key lime because the cake was pretty tasteless. But overall, I will have to say I really enjoyed that meal, and it was definitely worth the money. After dinner, I wanted a cocktail before bed, so I made my way over to the Schooner Bar, and they were still on the limited menu, so I just asked for a painkiller, and it was good. After my drink, I made my way back to the room so that I can turn in for the night, so hopefully to try and wake up early in the morning. Well, that plan didn't work. I guess I was more tired than I thought, so I ended up having to go to the Windjammer for breakfast versus the main dining room, which was the original plan. I had a mimosa. It wasn't very good, but then I made my way back to my room so that I could hang out on my balcony, and it was picture time. While I'm thinking of it, another item to take with you, be sure to grab some of these lounge chair towel holders. They really come in handy on windy days to dry your towel and your bathing suits. Also pick up some of the magnetic hooks. Since the walls are made of metal, you can store your hats or bags or anything you just want to hang up to keep out of the way in your room. At lunchtime, I made my way to Jamie's Italian where I had reservations for lunch. I ordered a peach Bellini. I ordered the garlic bread for the appetizer and the lasagna for my entree. The lasagna was very good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not even a big lasagna fan because I don't really care for cheese like that. But this was nice and greasy. It wasn't overly cheesy and seasoned very well. I ordered tiramisu for my dessert, but once again, I made a wrong choice. I didn't care for it too much. It was really cold, like it was just out of the freezer, and the ladyfingers were stale. After that, trying to live stream was a fail due to the heavy wind, so I just decided to play around with my camera a little bit. And of course, I had to have another cocktail in the solarium. After my cocktail, I made my way to the room to change for dinner as this was elegant night on the ship. I was seated smack dab in the center, which I didn't like. It was thoroughly uncomfortable. So I just had a martini, lemon drop martini, and French onion soup. And due to my table companions, I made my way out of there as fast as I could, went back to the room to change, and decided to go try my luck in the casino. After my daily donation to this casino, I went back up to the room to change to go have drinks. wanted to try the lavender daiquiri that I heard so much about at the Schooner Bar. It was okay, but I will admit I have had better at Yard House in Austin. They have a similar drink, and it just seemed to have more flavor to it than this one did. The Desert Pear Margarita, however, was delicious. That was probably the best cocktail I had the entire cruise. Hey. Okay, so today was a very relaxing day. I am currently back in my cabin. It is about 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get up as early as I would have liked to. Time went forward in the middle of the night, so I actually didn't even make it to breakfast till about 11, and the Windjammer closes for breakfast at 11:30, so I just barely made it. But I did get some breakfast and my mimosa, and then I realized that I had a reservation at Jamie's for lunch at 1:30, and so I kind of ate too much where I wasn't that hungry for lunch, and I didn't mean to do that, but I forgot about that reservation. So I did have a very good lunch there, but I ended up sending a lot of it back. I had a lot of waste, which I hate doing. But I did get a taste of everything, and it was very good. The lasagna was nice and greasy, like I like my pizza and lasagna to be. It was very flavorful. My drink I had was a Bellini and a peach Bellini, and it was good, and the service was outstanding. Then I wanted to just relax in the solarium, so I got a drink there, a blueberry mint cocktail. I think it was called a berry mint delight. And I just chilled and read an entire book because I'm kind of a speed reader. So I finished a book and just laid out there and had a really relaxing day. And then I came back to the room and got dressed because I remember today was royal night in the main dining room. So I got dressed for that, and I went there, but needless to say, I did not enjoy that experience. I was next to a group of very loud, drunk people, and all they wanted to talk about was Trump and Elon Musk, which is fine, but at breakfast, I was next to a table of liberals that only wanted to talk about the new upcoming administration, and I'm just like, I am a political and news junkie as well, but when I'm on vacation, I want to tune all of that out and just be in vacation mode. But apparently this is where we are now, where even on vacation, people are still talking politics, which is fine. I just wanted to forget the world that we live in right now for at least a small amount of time. So I did hurry up and finish my dessert and got up and left and went to the casino for a little bit, lost a little money, and then went to the Schooner Bar and had 3 very tasty cocktails. As a matter of fact, I got one to go, and I'm sipping on that right now. I am a little buzzed, and I'm thinking about ordering a bunch of stuff from room service because I'm getting kind of hungry because I didn't really eat my food in the main dining room because I was trying to hurry up and get through my meal so I could leave. And I don't think I'm going to be going back to the main dining room. I'm either going to book some more specialty dining if it's available, or just eat in a Windjammer. because that was not a good experience. The food was okay. I just had to scarf it down because I was trying to hurry up and leave from these people that were cursing and yelling and talking about all the things they were going to do to women that they met at these bars. And so, yeah, that's not my ideal table companions. So we probably won't go back to the main dining room again tomorrow. But anyway, so tomorrow I'm going to have another relaxing day. We're going to be in Costa Maya, but I am not going to get off because I've already done this itinerary many, many, many times. So I'm going to wait until Cozumel when I can do my scuba certification. And I'm just going to enjoy being on the ship, hopefully with 50% less people than there was today. Maybe I can get in the pool or the hot tub. Till then, good night. I'm going to drink myself until I pass out, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Finally got up early enough for breakfast in the main dining room. Breakfast here is served every morning, and lunch is served on sea days in the main dining room. After breakfast, I wandered around a bit because I wanted to check out some of the indoor activities for kids since it was such a nasty day outside. And I came upon this arcade. This arcade is amazing. It reminds you of an arcade that you would see at Dave & Buster's or something. If I was a child, I would have been in heaven in this room. After wandering around a bit, I started to get sleepy because I was full, and I went back to my room to catch up on a little work and some emails, and decided to take my afternoon nap. When I woke up, it was unfortunately dinner time again, and I just had this huge anxiety about going to the main dining room again. So I decided to try my luck at the Windjammer for dinner this time. On the way to the Windjammer, I again took notice of all of the beautiful holiday decorations. There's even this little exhibit before you enter the Windjammer where you can take pictures. There's a gingerbread house, there's an inflatable snowman. It was so cute. But anyway, I got my plate from the Windjammer and took it back to my room, but unfortunately, everything just was kind of tasteless. The next morning, it was Cozumel Day, and I woke up to this big, beautiful ship. Hello there, Jubilee. I will be on you in April. Then this little baby ship, the Paradise, wandered in, as well as this little tiny carnival ship. I decided to try room service breakfast this morning. I ordered blueberry pancakes, sausage, bacon, and a hash brown, as well as coffee and orange juice. This is a total of $7.95 plus gratuity, so it comes out to approximately $10. And for $10, it was okay, but the main dining room was much better. So unfortunately, my scuba excursion got canceled due to weather. It's too windy, the current is too strong, the waves are too big, so there's no snorkeling or scuba diving. So, versus trying to do a last minute land excursion, I'm probably just going to go to the duty-free shop and come back and just relax and try to see if I can finally get into the hot tub. It's not full of 20 people making human soup. Okay, see you later. After a couple frozen drinks in my favorite place on the ship, I decided to try lunch today at the Windjammer. Now, lunch at the buffet was much better than dinner the previous night. I ended up having a salad, some turkey, chicken, some fruit, and even the dessert was delicious. I had a pina colada pound cake and a little cup that had tres leche in it. After lunch, I went back to my room for my afternoon nap and to mess around with my camera a little bit. Hello. So I came back from the solarium, whatever it's called, and I actually was able to get in the hot tub today, and surprisingly, it was highly chlorinated, so it didn't feel like you were just a part of some human soup and a bunch of people's ickiness. And it was so chlorinated that some people had to get out because they said their eyes were burning, but I enjoyed it. I like knowing that, hold on, I have some loud neighbors. Anyway, I like knowing that there is a lot of chlorine in a pool or a hot tub. And if I have to get out and bathe it all off, that's fine. But at least I know that it's semi-sterile. Anyway, I had a couple drinks. I didn't get to do my scuba, so I was highly disappointed. But I'm going to rebook it for April And as you could see outside, I don't think that it was bad enough to where it had to be canceled. Maybe they just canceled because other people canceled and they didn't feel it was worthwhile to just do the scuba with one person. I don't know. But the sun is out. It didn't rain at all. It wasn't as windy as it was forecasted to be. So I'm thinking something else is about. But anyway, I got my money back and I'll do it again in April. But for now, I'm going to take one of those afternoon cruise naps. And then when I get up, I'm going to have dinner and then I think I'm going to go lose some money in the casino. Okay, good night. After my nap, I decided I wanted to walk around and explore a little bit again. This time, some of the outdoor areas that I hadn't visited yet because of the bad weather yesterday. So later that evening, after we sailed off from the port of Cozumel, I decided I was going to give the main dining room one more chance. This time, when I went to the main dining room, I decided to go at anytime dining. That way, I can possibly be placed in a different area and not next to my noisy table companions from formal night. And they did accommodate me. I was placed next to a window off to the left by myself, and I loved it. I was able to read my book in peace, and I even conversated a little bit with my neighbors to the right of me. It was a lovely older couple, and we had great conversation. So after dinner, I wanted to try a different bar, and I came upon the Bamboo Room. This place is so fun and lively and has a tiki feel, and I ended up having a couple cocktails and a lot of shots here.
I'm in the area, so Dharma. And actually, whoever lives in Cancun is like good because it's not as hot as nowhere. No, it was both. So it was a little bit. Thank you.
Yes, we woke up this morning to full sunshine. It was nice, warm, and a beautiful day. Finally, after 4 days of sailing, we get some sun. I decided to recover from my teeny tiny bit of hangover in my favorite spot on the ship, having a light plate of cheese and crackers and Sprite. I finished another book and took a nap. When I woke up, I felt surprisingly a lot better, and I ended up having a pina colada. Back to the room, and the tip envelope is out, as well as a few instructions for tomorrow's deembarkation day. Also, as promised, they did drop off the 2 bottles of white Hennessy that I ordered. I went back to the dining room, got my same table next to my same 2 lovely dinner companions, and had my usual lemon drop martini. But this night I decided to opt for the surf and turf, and it was delicious. I ended the meal with the warm chocolate dessert that they have, which reminded me a little bit of the chocolate lava cake on Carnival, and that was delicious as well. I tried to get out of there before they started the singing and dancing, but I didn't make it in time, so there it is. Time to go back to the room to pack. I wanted to show you some of these cute little door decorations. Everybody on my floor was so into all the festivities, and most people had their doors decorated. When I cruise in April, I'm probably going to decorate my door. I just don't know what I'm going to put on it, but these are all some great ideas. So just a quick recap of the last day, day 5. I spent some time last night in the bamboo room. It was a lot of women in there that were celebrating their December birthdays, and we all had the same birthday right around each other. So they were pouring us up shots and champagne and wine, and I had that on the run drink as well as the banana colada drink. And so I think mixing the different liquors kind of did me in, and so I barely made it up to my room. The ship was moving. I mean, he was hauling ass last night. And so with me swaying and the boat swaying, it was a chore to get up here. But I did. Took some Excedrin, put some new patches on, and was able to fall asleep. And so I slept in today. I didn't make breakfast like I wanted to. So I ended up waking up about 11. Thank God time went back an hour. And I just got some lunch and then hung out in the solarium again. I didn't have any more drinks, and just read my book and responded to some emails and things. But I did start to feel better. So then before I left, I did have a pina colada. I hadn't ordered one of those yet. But just when I started drinking it, just the taste of liquor again just kind of turned my stomach. So I decided not to finish that. Came up to my room and decided to get ready for dinner. I did decide to go back to the main dining room to see my friend Wendy. That's a man. That's a shortened version of his name. And I had a nice dinner. Again, I had the New York strip steak, medium, and a lobster tail, and the chocolate hazelnut dessert. That was a nice surprise. It reminded me of the chocolate lava cake on Carnival. It was nice and warm. It was very rich, so I can eat it all. But it was good. And I had a cappuccino. I had my lemon martini with my dinner, and I was in the same spot. It was nice and quiet. I was able to read my book without feeling like everybody had eyes on me, being in the center. Yeah, I think every time I cruise solo, I'm going to request to be in a corner by a wall, because that second night, that was like the worst meal I've ever had in a main dining room, being smack dab in the center of a 3-tiered restaurant where everybody can just, looks like you're on center stage and everybody's just staring at you. So and it doesn't help when they're constantly yelling, just one by yourself, single, just one, are you alone, like over and over and over again. You would think after so many days you would remember that, yes, I'm a solo sailor. But anyway, I think maybe they pity solo sailors, but they just don't understand, like, it's actually better. But anyway, so to wrap up, I have packed my things up, and I decided not to set my stuff out like the letter had said. So I have like my clothes for tomorrow along with my carry-on backpack, and then I have my luggage ready to go, and the only thing that I have out is like my toothbrush, floss, toothpaste, and my makeup bag, and then I can just throw that in the big suitcase. And I plan on going down to have breakfast in the main dining room before I get off. So I'm gonna go down, eat real quick, come back up, and then get my luggage and walk it off. I find that the times that my suitcases have been absolutely destroyed, like wheels missing, was always when I left them out at night and let them take them down for me, and then you pick it up in the luggage waiting area. And on my last trip on Princess, they just decided, oh, we're not even gonna find the wheel, we're just gonna lay it on its side. And that's like the second time it's broke on a cruise, and 2 other times on a flight, and it's always on the return. So maybe they don't pay that much, or don't do it with as much care when it's the end, because I know the people are going home. But I'm not doing that again. So I will wheel my own stuff off and ensure that my stuff goes home with all its wheels, because that's like my 3rd hard shell suitcase that I'm on because of vacations. So anyway, I'm gonna go to bed so I can make this breakfast. It starts at 6:30. So until then, good night. And yes, I made it home early enough to walk my babies. They're so cute.